This is Mindhub with Lauren Ashley, presented by Kokoropsyche, episode 5. What's up, guys? Welcome back, or welcome. I'm your host, Lauren, and if you didn't know already, this podcast is filled with 3 main goals. 1, to wake you up to your world that surrounds you. 2, to help you nurture the connections between your heart, your mind, body, and your soul. And 3, to instill within you an unwavering faith in your personal power and limitless potential. If that's sounding good to you, let's get straight into it. Hi, friends. Hi. Welcome back. I hope you're having a fulfilling week full of accomplished goals, new beginnings, lots of love, and plenty of light. I hope you're loving yourself, all right, and respecting yourself. And I hope you're remaining present in your moments and being faithful to your future. Awesome. All right, so you know how we do it. Let's go ahead and start that daily affirmation. Take your deep breath in and release. I release all fear, doubt, and worry from my being, because I know that I am at the right place at the right time doing the right thing. Awesome. Okay, guys, this week's episode, we're getting a little bit personal as we're going to go ahead and connect the causes and the effects in our lives as we answer that question that we've all asked ourselves at least once before. Why is this happening to me? All right. And I just want to go ahead and remind you guys to look out for the website launch, Kokoropsyche.com, coming very soon. Can't wait for that. You guys are going to have access to so many mental health, spiritual health, wellness resources, plenty for free. All right. As well as our anxiety relief product launch coming soon. Can't wait for that. No, y'all are going to love that. But before we get into the episode, you already know what time it is. Off the chest. So if you didn't already know, and if you're new here, first, thank you for tuning in. But Off the Chest is our segment that directly involves our community members, and hopefully soon you too. All right, so pay attention. It's a safe space to celebrate, vent, seek advice, or ask questions. All right, submissions are received and respected. No topic is unwelcomed. All we ask, aside from you being respectful, showing respect, is that you keep it 100% real as you get it off the chest. All right, so today we have another anonymous submission, and this one states, I swear the world is out to get me. Ever since kindergarten, I have had trouble making friends. Now that I'm older, and I have had friends at the beginning of this year, they all eventually just turned against me and got everyone else to do the same. I sit by myself at lunch every day. I feel like I just want to kill myself, and I don't have to deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore. First of all, thank you so much for trusting me with such a personal feeling and keeping it 100% real. And so I'm just going to try to give you the best advice that I can. And I also want to encourage you to seek any help you can. I know professional help sometimes isn't affordable for us. So as long as you're, reaching out to Kokoropsyche or to to perhaps family that you may have, I want you to not give up. Please don't give up. And the things that are coming to my mind that I want to say to you is never base your worth off of the opinion and the behaviors of others. All right? There is no human that is superior to another. living this physical human experience known as life. Although it may not seem like it, everyone has challenges and insecurities, including those people who turn their back on you. And it's just that some people are better at masking it than others. You know, some people decide to prioritize being accepted or validated, i.e. the people who turned their backs and joined the group of people who didn't like you, you know. They prefer to do that. They prefer to feel validated and accepted over seeking healing and passing on love and compassion. I'll never get that. Some people rather bully than be bullied. They rather be sheep instead of being a shepherd. So I noticed that you said that you eat lunch by yourself and that makes you uncomfortable. Know that I used to not like to eat lunch around people either. I mean, it was a personal choice. It wasn't more so forced on me. So maybe consider eating lunch at your library or something. I used to do that. I would like eat my lunch and then go to the library and just chill, read books, listen in my earphones, something like that. So find your own zen. Create your own circle. You know what I mean? Don't fright. We've all been tricked to believe that challenges are meant to tear us down, but they're truly opportunities to build you up. Be grateful that those people chose to leave your life. I'd rather have no friends than have fake ones all day. Use this experience as a lesson for what type of people to avoid so that your future companionships are genuine by choice. You made that choice. You created that for yourself. I guarantee you, you aren't the only one who eats alone at your school or your job. You know, you're not the only one. There's another one there who's eating alone too, feeling the way you're feeling. Eat with your head held high. Don't be ashamed. Be your own best friend first. You feel me? Practice changing your mindset. Review everything you have to be grateful for. And if you feel like there's nothing, go out and create something to be grateful for. I challenge you to do that. The right people will come to you at the right time. And the best people will come to you when you aren't even looking for them. Have faith. Don't base the outcome of your story off of one bad chapter. You feel me? Use the lessons in this chapter to create better ones. And again, do not base your worth on other people, for they don't even know their worth themselves. I know you heard this before, and if you haven't, I'm going to tell you right here and now. Hurt people hurt people. Some people pass their inner pain and turmoil to the next. Others choose to heal. They choose healing. They choose hope. Don't bully yourself. Love yourself. You are not alone. Harness your willpower and create your better days. I know you can do it. All right. Thank you so much for your submission and for keeping it real. I'm sending you so much love and light, and I'm going to send you a prayer to you tonight because even though I don't know your name, I feel your energy. And I'm sending you love, all right? And if any of y'all want to go ahead and give me a submission or give Mindhub a submission, go ahead and go to our Instagram page, Kokoropsyche, and you can just click on the podcast highlight on our profile. Click until you see off the chest, and there's a message bar where you can go ahead and respond to that story and submit a submission. If you want to be anonymous, just put in caps request to be anonymous. And if you don't mind to be anonymous, you can go ahead and pick a screen name or something, or just say which name you like to be preferred as. Type that, and that way I know and I can say that name. If not, I'll just go by your @ name. So do that, and then when the website launches, we're going to have a specific area for all of you guys to be able to submit off the chest submissions, and you'll be able to read other people's submissions. It'll be so much fun. So without further ado, let's jump straight into episode 5. Why is this happening to me? Life. That thing we're all trying to figure out as we go. Am I right? Strictly through trial and error at that. I'm sure that you, just like me, have experienced things that you initially or still do wish never happened. You know, some more than others. And if you're a part of that lucky few, lucky, right? You've probably felt that you've gone through trial after trial, and you've asked yourself before, why me? That pain from your past, the trials in your present, the way you feel the people in your life are treating you, the way in which you see your life going, the opportunities you feel you lost or you feel you never even got the chance to have. Why me? I get it. But you know what I think? I think it's time for a mindset reset. Okay? Now, I'm going to say something that might sound a little different, perhaps even weird maybe, but just hear me out. You say, why you, right? I say, why not you? All right, so listen. I need you to realize where the question, why is this happening to me, is rooted from. Yes, obviously from confusion, dissatisfaction, and a desire for a want and a change. But also, in my personal opinion, I feel like that question is deeply rooted in the habit of comparison. You feel me? Maybe not. Let me tell you. You're seeing the lives of others, right? You're seeing how happy they look, how smart they seem, how blessed they are, how easy they have it, right? These bias observations are the triggers to this question. I truly believe that. But it's so important for you to realize that whether consciously or subconsciously, you are comparing yourself, you're comparing your lowest or hardest moment to their highest moment. Think about that. Like really, you're literally comparing your lowest moment to their highest moment, because at the end of the day, we don't typically see people's, low moments. We typically see them when they're at their best or when they're at their, good. You know what I mean? And that is so dangerous. It's too dangerous for you to do. You don't know what their lowest moments have looked like. You weren't present for their darkest hour. And just as you wouldn't do it, they're not going to put their truth on display either, especially their vulnerable, painful truth. That's why you don't need to compare. The point of this is for you to know that you are not alone. You truly aren't. I know how suffering can make you feel isolated and alone, but that is truly a, what's it called? It's a fantasy. No, it's a illusion. It's an illusion. You aren't the only one experiencing pain or the most intense pain, The world is not against you. I promise. You are not unlucky, but in order for you to truly feel this, to truly see and believe this, you must work towards changing your mindset. Like I said, I know when you're in pain, you feel alone. You walk down the street or you walk in the mall, you're in school, and you see everybody laughing around you, smiles, he, and you have this pain in your heart. And it feels like you're the only one going through it. But I promise you're not, because when you have your better days, there's somebody else who's going through pain as well and who's looking at you like, wow, they're so happy. But they don't even know the morning you had or the week you had. It's all an illusion. Understand this. You, my friend, are a powerful, powerful being. You have a fire inside of you that was born to take you places you've probably never even considered. But only you can ignite it, and only you can allow for it to be extinguished. That ignition starts with mindset. Mindset, mindset, mindset. So what does that look like? Well, kind of like this. It looks like you going from victim to victor. Allow your challenges, to be perceived as opportunities to hone your strengths. Let me say that again. Allow your challenges to be perceived as opportunities to hone your strengths. Take your weaknesses and allow your awareness of them to create a newfound strength. Take the pain of your past and use them to bear wisdom that will serve as the foundation to your beautiful future. As weird as this may sound, pain was actually meant to be a blessing to humans. Okay, I know. Hear me out though. After all, in this life, pain is inevitable, right? Without pain from the fire, how would you know to remove your hand and avoid its touch? Without that bad friend, how would you recognize a good one? Without that heartbreak, you wouldn't be closer to recognizing true love. Without that trauma, you'd be unaware of the clues to avoid to prevent future trauma. This is why I say pain is a blessing. This is why these experiences are the foundation of a beautiful future. Truly think about that. And so I ask you again, why not you? I promise you, we all go through pain. We all have things we wish would have never happened, but they did, and you can't change that. But I'll tell you what you can do. You can release that pain. You can release that guilt. You can release that regret. As a matter of fact, I want you to say that right now. Please, just say it. Pause me if you need to. Say, I release all deep-rooted pain from my being. I release all deeply rooted guilt from my being. I release all deeply rooted regret from my being. You know why I want you to say that? I want you to say that because they serve no purpose. These emotions, these negative emotions, they're simply holding you back, boo. They're holding you back. Nobody's saying that you should never feel them. I mean, come on, how unrealistic is that? But you should never dwell in them. And I stand on that. You should never dwell in sadness, guilt, regret, resentment, relive your pain and replay the trauma over and over again. You should face it, but you shouldn't live in it because they don't serve purpose. Don't live in your past. Utilize your past to create, to elevate, to prosper. You know, I saw this one quote by Benjamin Lauder, and he said, "Yesterday's mistakes cannot affect today's possibilities unless you dwell on them." This quote is powerful because it illustrates very simply how you shouldn't live and allow your past to tear you apart, because you cannot change the past. There's nothing you can do. The only thing you can do is reap rewards from the past. Utilize your past. Instead of letting it serve as a weakness, let it be a strength so you can create an even better future than the past or the pain that you have endured. Don't waste time, energy, and chances on what you can't control, which is the past, or which is something that's happened to you against your will, or which is people's behavior and the way they treat you, or which is an opportunity that you feel you lost. You can't control that. It happened. I suggest that you focus on what you can, and that's your next move. You hear me? You feel me? Focus on that next move because that's what you can control. All right? I'm not saying we have full control over our future, but we do have control of our moments, and we have control over writing out how we feel our future should go, while leaving room for, spontaneous things to occur, because they always will. And we have control over how we respond to the things we can't control. That's how you still remain in control. You always have control over your next move, over the choice you choose to make, over the way you choose to let something affect you. You control that. You do. I used to ask myself, why me? Why is this happening to me? God, why? Why are people so mean to me? What is wrong with me? I used to ask myself those type of questions all the time. I grew up really sensitive. I got my feelings hurt a lot of times. I cried even more times. So much so that people used to demonize my tears. They used to tell me that I was crying on purpose or seeking sympathy, when they didn't even know I used to fight the heck out of my tears. Like, please don't cry, please don't cry, please don't cry. Oh, I am crying. So I get it. I've been through my fair share of pain too. But it doesn't own me, and it does not control me. All that it has done is help me pick the future that I want to create for myself. You know what I mean? I asked, what did I do to deserve this? I asked, why can't I live a normal life? But you know what? What is even normal? Sounds mediocre to me. But then I finally realized that I'm going through all this. These things are happening to me. These challenges are being presented to me. These people are treating me this way, this, that, and the third, because I was born to be great. I am destined to be great. I am capable of doing great things. I am an amazing soul who means well. And that's enough for me. And so are you. Because you're here right now and you're seeking healing. You're seeking change. You want to be the best you can be. So I know you're a beautiful person who wants to see others win as well. You're destined to be great. You're destined to accomplish that goal. You're destined to touch that dream you have. Don't allow it to be a dream anymore. I challenge you to start making it a reality, one step at a time, at your own pace, but don't push it off anymore. Create your reality. You have the power to do that. It's time for you to stop sleeping on yourself. Don't be mediocre. Be amazing. Don't pressure yourself. Let it happen naturally. Because you're naturally born amazing. Just be the best you that you can be. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and say my disclaimer. There might be some things that people may not agree with that I've said, and I understand that because, hey, you're not meant to agree with everything you hear. And maybe something I said today, it just didn't click because it wasn't meant to, or you're not ready for it. Maybe you have a wall up still, and that's all right. One day, I guarantee you'll hear these messages in another way, maybe through another voice and another throat, and it'll hit home differently. And you'll understand what I was trying to say in another way. Because what I'm spilling is life secrets. It's life advice. It's things that you can utilize to be the most powerful version of you. And that's all I want for you guys. All I want. All right. So this is actually a pretty short episode. So I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. But before I do, I'm going to leave you guys with a quote, as always. I got this one from our free healing guide on our Kokoro resources, not Kokoro courses, Kokoro resources. So when the site launches, make sure you guys head over to the resources tab and click on Kokoro calendars. We have guides, planners, and all that. You'll love it. And this quote says, "Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars." Khalil Gibran. I'm sorry, Khalil, if I butchered your last name, but I love that quote. I'm going to say that last part again. the most massive characters are seared with scars. All right, guys, life's slippery. You know I say that. Life's slippery. I'm hoping that trust is being established for you to be able to take my hand. I am deeply honored and incredibly thrilled to be raising awareness and nurturing the connections between the mind, body, and soul with you. I appreciate you so much more than you know, and I thank you for spending some of your valuable time with me. The goal is balance within, so you know what I say. Let's heal together. I'll see you guys next week. Please note that this podcast or any other resources on Kokoropsyche.com should not be replaced with professional mental health care. If you feel you would benefit, please reach out to a provider in your area. Have a beautifully blessed and purposeful day, guys. And thank you so much for supporting Kokoropsyche.com. I'll see you next week.